there
It's
yet.
good. Yeah,
That's
it's
all.
weird. It's wild, bro. It's wild. The
It's
cops
a
are gonna be
foreign
busy now.
concept.
It's I find okay, fine. It shouldn't be not encouraging drinking and driving because you're always gonna go to the liquor store. But I just find making things so convenient can I don't know. It's too late for that argument, I guess, right, Craig?
I feel like this is how it should be, but there's an argument on both sides of that table. What about the workers?
That's true,
What
right?
about the LCBO?
Mm.
I think personally, problem you run into is that people are just gonna start yanking shit. Like the gas station, he
You can
doesn't
do
need
the
that on his plate. Like at least the smokes are behind him or her.
yeah, they
You
usually
go
lock
ask
up the
for a
more stuff.
pack of
Yeah, you gotta work.
Laurier,
Nobody really does that anymore.
he's
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
control over that. But you go in there, there's just a big treasure trove of beer.
And it's far
What's
away
gonna
from the cashier.
what's
Yeah.
gonna stop you from just yeeting? He's gonna be like, hey, come back.
The policy should apply. Same thing for the LCBO to liquor store where you're not supposed to chase them. You're supposed to be like you're allowing it.
Yeah, you allow it.
Because I've seen those videos of other people just walking out. And I'm like, man, the crackheads, that was their thing. They're taking the jobs from the crackheads.
God damn it.
Like, I miss the days you see like a dude that his face is all chewed out, tons of sores, but he's wearing like a nice bomb old leather jacket.
He's got to
And you're
make sure
like,
there's a lot of
yo,
pocket space in
you were
there.
a roadie back in the functional or the long coats. Oh man, once you see him pull that rack of ribs out of his track pants, you're like,
Oh, rack of
he almost
ribs.
made it. He almost made it. He doesn't have a home. Where was he gonna go cook that?
That's a good point. It's a good point.
That's where the art of bartering comes in. Oh my goodness, Craig. Craig, how we sounding, bro?
Sounded pretty good so far. How was the last
Hey.
mix? You heard that scratchiness at the beginning?
Yes, I thought it was I don't know if
It's
it
the
was the cables.
cables.
Okay, or
Yeah.
me. I was thinking, oh, yo, was it me or was it the cables?
No, it's the
Right.
cables.
So we figured we're gonna go back to getting some cables.
Gonna have to drill some holes in this table
Did you
to
see the
see
mic I
fit.
sent you?
Pretty dope.
That one?
No gold?
No, it's
Nah,
not.
I just play.
What was your beef with the, is that a sign of cheapness?
It's
Put me
not.
on. I feel like
It's
you
not. It's
fucking
not.
with me. Is it too late? I can't swear yet. We'll edit that. What? But what was it? You saw the mic.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I test it out, see if we can rent it.
Yeah, because $40.
Yeah. See if we can
Yeah,
rent it.
let's just
Maybe they
get it
have it.
and
Or is
try
it
it.
like maybe Long and McQuaid doesn't have it?
It's there. It's there, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was one. It's there, like because they're getting rid of a lot of the inventory stuff, right? So
It's worth a
I
check, man.
walked in and I was like, what does all this stuff look like? We need one of these,
Worth a check.
or it looks
Just
like one of those, right? So I'll probably, yeah, you're probably right. Just want to see how it's
fuck it. Let's
that would
try
be a
it.
good testing.
Yeah. Let's try it out.
Knock that off.
Quality of mics is getting good for the money. The price point's
Yeah,
getting pretty good with
and I've
that.
seen those ones before,
Yeah.
so we'll see how it goes, man. Ooh,
Gather
whatever's
round,
going.
y'all. Gather round, y'all. 73, y'all.
Ooh, getting old. I remember the days.
Man.
You said Mama Craig was over?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. Shit,
It was a good visit. Yeah. It was a good visit. I hadn't seen her since we got back. So she was like so adamant that we see her once we got back from the honeymoon. And I
Yeah.
was just like, yo, retired. We got to get reset for work. Like, not the time. You know what I mean?
She still kicked the door down?
No, it's okay. That's why we did this week's though.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
we
That
did
was
this
last.
week.
Okay,
Yeah.
this was this
Yeah.
week. That's
She
all
wanted to
right.
see us like as soon as we got back. She's like, let's go for brunch. I want to hear all about it. And we're just like, ugh.
So you're saying you're still like decompressing from all that stuff, you think?
It took us like, this is literally the day after we got back. She wanted to chill.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need at least a week to get everything
Yeah.
back in
No,
order.
that okay.
Yeah.
That's what I mean
Yeah,
from
we come back,
planning.
there's no food cooked. You know, we got to
Yeah.
restock. We got to do
Life
laundry.
sucks.
Yeah, I got to check on the fish. One died, by the way.
Oh
Not while I was gone, just
no.
yesterday, unfortunately.
Sorry, Craig.
So
R.I.P. Craig's
I
Fishes.
haven't named them, and you don't get
That's
as
good.
attached when you don't name them.
You should name them when they die.
These were one of the fish was like pregnant or something. I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's a whole
Wow.
fucking thing.
It didn't and it didn't no. Okay, all right. We're getting too dark and don't
McGluggan
too
was a
deep.
deadbeat dad. Yeah. McGluggan was a deadbeat.
He went for a pack of smokes, never came
He
back.
never came back. So
Yeah,
catch me at the bottom.
the best night I ever had to sleep was my honeymoon night. I passed out.
Really?
Yeah, because all that planning, everything else was
Oh,
like,
it's all a whirlwind
it's like,
finally
yo,
gone.
it's
It's like a weight
done.
lifted.
Yeah, you woke up the next morning and you were
Yeah.
like, oh, I
Back
feel
to
like I gave
reality.
birth or something. Yeah. So you're back to reality now,
I'm back
right?
to reality.
Work still sucks. Life still sucks. Life is lifing.
That's it. Life is life and hard, bro.
Shout out to Otani,
Man, this
because
guy's unstoppable.
just when I'm thinking, oh man, I told Craig that you put his eggs in one basket. These things never work
There's
out.
no slowing down.
Steph Curry, LeBron James of basketball, my ass. But turns out that he did something that. What did he do,
So
Craig?
he's got 50 stolen bases. How many runs does he have? They call it these clubs in baseball. I have to pull up the stat, but he got
Yeah,
his 50 plus stolen base. Hold on, let me check it out. All I can say
it
is
was
the
just
Dodgers are getting every penny so far out of that
so
600
so far
mil.
they're good.
Oh yeah,
They broke even
they're laughing,
probably.
bro.
Yeah.
No one can stop this dude.
I'm looking at your hat here, and I'm like, wow, is that our new transit commission hat? That's a hat you bought from
Yeah,
down there?
this is what I bought in the
Greg stole
States.
the one hat they have. I'm bringing it back. Ooh, I actually messed up a lot of people with our last question of
Yeah, 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in a season.
nice. Shout out to you.
The
Congratulations.
50-50.
Every time I see him, I thought they were gonna be like, oh, he retired because it was just too much.
Nah,
But
bro.
nah,
And this dude's about to come back to pitch.
oh, he hasn't even started
Hey,
yet.
this man is
He's
the
still in
definition of
base
let him cook.
form.
It's fucking
Wow.
insane.
From the question we had from the last pod, we're like, yo, if you're stranded on an island and you just happen to be with somebody else and you guys develop a romance, would you tell your significant other when they come back? Bro, I crushed like 2 birthday parties with that question.
What was the feedback?
The feedback is surprisingly a lot of the wives were like, yeah, I think that it should be fine.
They're
I think.
laughing it.
A lot of the guys were like, no, I'm not telling you.
Ooh.
It was so weird. And I love the dynamic because a lot of guys were like, nope, because maybe some of them were in some situations before where they're like, yo, I'm on my last leg. She's not letting me get oh, you think because you don't deserve it, darling, you're going to get away with that.
I mean, you come home, right? It's your first day back. You know, you're just like, you got the fucking Wilson beard. What's that? Castaway beard.
Yep,
You got
yep,
a
yep.
good, nice, fresh shave, you know? Everything's died down. What do? Yo, babe, turn on the TV. Yo,
Yeah.
see if the football's on. Like, you can't just return to normal life like
You're
that.
gonna call your girl
on.
her name.
You gotta talk about some shit. You gotta talk about some shit.
My stipulation was don't be thriving.
Don't be thriving.
Like, I don't want to get there and you have like a hut that's like has art.
Yeah.
I see the bed, the one bed you couldn't get to.
You want to see
I
struggle
see like
bit.
yeah. I wanted to be if it was chicken cutlets, it dick touching the sand. It was nothing fun. Yeah, I wanted to be uncomfortable. I don't want it to look like you guys didn't really have to come back. You had a garden. You had a garden.
No, Lost on the Island is the equivalent of the one night stand
Yeah,
that
you're like
lasted whatever the duration it
yeah.
was that we were on that
No,
island.
they have one plate. Something's going on here.
You did that walk of shame. You know it. You did that walk of shame. I'm gonna go get some coconuts.
Oh man. All right. Enough living in the past.
Episode 73, Hidden Six. We're here to give you the latest and greatest. Let's give it a little break for the intro. Yeah, that was fair. We got to pause for that
Okay,
intro
toast it
real
up,
quick.
toast it up. Guys, I got to admit, just when I think I should quit drinking, Craig somehow finds a way. Mm-mm-mm.
Like when you said, "Did you bring me anything?" I thought, not necessarily. The only thing that I was regretful and I will buy on my next trip is going to be habanero whiskey. That is something we are going to try. But
That's right up your alley, eh?
that's right up the alley.
Yeah, Craig
Got a little
has
shot
like
roulette here.
a plethora of things here on the table, guys.
This is up to you. I'm going to give you
Craig got
dealer's
all
choice.
kinds of
So I
drinks
got
here.
I got strawberries and cream. I got
Mhm.
dreamsicle, and I got banana pudding. All which are tempting options.
It's the strawberries are more like it's a given, right? Because everybody's had that, right?
I drank
Creamsicle. I did mention the creamsicle is always a
I drank the
nostalgic
butter
thing.
pecan
Yeah,
and I drank the blackberry moonshine. But you didn't really miss out on that. I'll let you know.
I'm gonna run creamsicle.
Ooh, a good choice. I'm
Yo,
a
is this
banana fan, so
all right? As an open
I'm a
mind,
banana drank fan, so I'm gonna go for this.
is there a code to this? Do I need to smash it in my forehead before I drink it or something?
Nothing.
No, I
Saying
need to
no
choke
nothing.
something out.
They look
All
at you like a pussy when you buy these. So don't worry. I did it for us. They look, really? That's it?
All right, so what? I'm chugging this.
That's it. It's just a quick little
Cheers.
cheers up.
Holy.
See how she goes.
Man,
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so mad that I drank this now.
I'm mad that you made me rush it too.
Me
I
too.
took a stop and I'm
Right.
like, some ice, please.
Damn.
Damn, this is what I imagine if they took like Bailey's and just made it with like all fruits. Like how China will take not China,
Telling you,
Japan
bro.
will take Kit Kat and make wasabi Kit Kat,
And I was
black
like,
bean.
they have all these in big jars, but I was like, I can't decide.
What?
Yeah, they're all 2 6 size jars, but I'm like, I need to get all the samplers. I gotta. So next time I'm out, I know these are all
I'm
winners,
about to make
bro.
a trip, Craig.
Yeah, facts. We going to Buffalo. Episode 74. Hitting six
Hey,
in Buffalo.
we heat it up right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, we got a lot to talk about.
Ooh,
Just a little recap from our last segment. Rich Homie Kwan did have his
yeah,
funeral, and there was some controversy surrounding with Rollo, and they were saying that he was doing too much. Now, if
yeah,
you're at a funeral, we don't have to go over funeral etiquette because I'm sure that's common sense for a lot of folks, right?
yeah,
But do you feel like if you were at a funeral for someone that you had beef with or you had squashed beef with in the past,
yeah.
do you have the right to talk about it? Is it okay? Is it PC to talk about it from your perspective? Or are you taking away from the
You
moment?
are you mentioning the loss, or you mentioning the fact you going to the funeral?
Rollo talked about how he got to chop it up and they squashed their beefs, and he said, I
Okay,
can't imagine what would have happened to me if I seen this man laid to rest and I hadn't have squashed that with him.
I think he's allowed to
You think
reflect.
you're okay with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
But
think
like you're on IG live too, though. This isn't like an aftermath. You're at the funeral. You're like, oh, there's his casket. Oh, I can't believe we squashed the
okay.
beef.
So with
I feel
that,
like that's a bit much.
the reason why that gets weird is because he's like COE, content over everything, right? These guys, they I can see where he's farming on that sense, and
100%. That's
maybe,
what a lot of people
and I
argue.
think that's what it's coming down to. Like you can't. It's like not now, bro.
Yeah.
You could probably do your little thing later.
Yeah. Talk about that
Like it's
after.
in
Give the
bad
man his
taste.
flowers, you know?
Okay, I'm with you on that. It's in bad taste. It's in bad at the moment at the funeral.
Yeah. All right. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Dog Food, you slipped up a little bit. You got some answering to do for that. But
That's actually a bit in big contention on my island as well, where a lot of people were like, where funerals would happen, where the man then would pull up with the liquor in the ice box and be hustling Hennessy and stuff like
oh,
that. Yeah, hustling
that's a
rum,
little
selling
grimy.
rum. So what do you think?
Nah,
And
that's a
they
little grimy.
don't know, no, you can't be the 1-2 shot in the graveyard.
I'm not saying you
My
can't, but
dead
if you're
homie.
selling it, that's a
There's
little bit
definitely
over the
selling going
top.
on. There's
Yeah,
definitely selling going on,
that's
right?
over the
Where
top.
the vendors would almost like follow the funerals in a way,
A
right?
funeral is a hard thing to navigate because if it's something that you think the deceased would have asked for, everything goes. So if you think he's looking down or she's looking down on you and be like, "Yeah, you
You
make
would
this,"
say no,
I
don't.
wouldn't want liquor sold. But anyone who wants to get juice at my
I would have been like, yo, while out.
by all means, right? Just don't charge the
Yeah, I
man.
want everybody in those whippets things, the new
Oh, the
whippets,
Galaxy
yeah, the
gas.
new
Oh,
Galaxy gas stuff.
fuck
Yeah,
no. I'm staying
it's
far the fuck
wild,
away from
man.
that shit. We have, you know, controversy on controversy to go off. But, beforehand, how's everything been? You good?
I think I'm okay.
You good?
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
few weeks been
yeah.
treating you well?
Last week I got a little roughed up a day or two ago. I shook that off, right? I had I must say, when I used to watch when I see movies and people say, you see the girl like, oh, every time I close my eyes I keep reliving the moment, and I'm always like,
You had
dead
one.
ass. That shit is for real, Craig. Yeah, I'm trying to take a nap because even my boss was like, yo, go take a nap. I'm trying to fall asleep.
Yeah.
I'm so tired mentally.
You've been sleeping like shit too, eh?
Yeah,
Feel that.
I pass out, but all I can see is me back to the event over and over again,
Just
different
reliving
angles.
it, eh?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh man.
Mm-mm.
And I felt better the day after when time moved away from this. I was like, okay, breather. Everybody's sure everything's gonna be okay. It was more about my safety than anything else,
That's the most important thing.
right?
I
Yes,
very
yes,
few things that I classify as a nightmare, and there's
yeah,
really only
bro.
two things.
I see those videos of like, hey, look what these guys doing, picking this stuff up. And oh, look at that. Dun, 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 dun. Dropped in the smelter. Now him and the machinery are both in the molten lava, right? So
Oh
to like
man.
almost be a part of that, like
Yeah.
be the right in it.
Witnessing
And then
it.
everybody's like, yo, you handled that like it was an anime. And I'm like, anytime in my life, I would appreciate that comment.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go sit down.
But anybody who's around you's got to know, and they don't already, they need to know that
Um,
you'd be the first responder in so many things. I can
yeah.
think of so many bad events where Zayn, if he was there, whether he was related or not, would be the guy to be like, yo, you're not gonna go in there?
Yeah, I'm worried though. I always think about that. Like even someone corner store, you go get these little drinks here, and
Yeah.
homeboy pulls out a
The hold
shotgun,
up,
and there's gonna be a second one. I'm like, bro,
just opening the fucking pack of
one, does
Lay's
this have to
slowly.
happen right now? I'm like, yo, let me finish this
Yeah,
Slim
this
Jim.
lays out.
I just need to do you have magnums? Right. But I'm like, I would definitely think, I think you all would think that, Craig, whether or not you can take the guy.
So many times, yeah, but you don't have long to think in that moment. That's the problem, is everyone thinks this is some like everything's slow mo, bro. This is like a 30-second, 1 minute.
Craig, that thing I went through was slow motion.
Yeah, facts, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it was
was
all
one.
happening right
Yeah,
then and
everything
there.
was 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
Fuck.
but I don't know, man. Stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. Right? You don't have to mourn all the time on social media. I get it. A lot of people do not. They mourn differently.
Everyone,
If
everyone.
they call it, we gotta ease off of that too. People can't always say you mourn differently. That's up to the word like trauma and stuff too. We gotta start.
Oh no. It's one of the few things where you actually can't be like, your opinion is irrelevant. Our opinion, anyone's opinion on how the next person mourns is irrelevant. Because at a moment like that, during a tragedy, during a bad moment, you should never be watching the next person and judging what they're doing. You know what I mean? That's how I feel personally. Like, if you want to be the all out fallout, oh my God, caught by the priest, go for it, bro. This is your
Rolling
moment.
around in the
This is your
aisle,
moment,
doing
bro.
backflips.
You know what I mean? Or, some people tucking that shit down, they're holding it down, they're slow
If
and
if I'm the ops and I showed up and like we squashed it, I'm in the background like a Bruce Wayne. I'm in the background with the black tie, white shirt, strung out look, just on the mountain while the butler's holding the umbrella. Are you ready, sir?
as long as you're not the one hugging the moms when you had something to do with it, that's the most foul in any scenario. Only them can be judged, and
Those
that's
situations are
only them can be judged. That's the
nasty.
difference.
And they go up to the coffin and do the
Yo, rest easy, King.
got
Nah,
you in the end.
nah, bro.
Holy,
Nah,
you sicko.
haunting your ass.
Gun violence has been hot in the city.
It's hot out in general. Summertime
Yeah,
shootouts is a thing.
yeah, it's been getting rampant. I don't know what to say. Usually, what would you do if your daughter shows up and a guy has wick braids
Oof,
in?
oof.
As I get on in my age, there's certain things you know. Okay, if as a parent, as a black dad, I know if I see my son rocking balaclavas, I just
Shiesties.
shite the pool shiesties up and the Nike tech suit. I'm gonna start looking at how he's presenting himself to the world and what him or her they want to project to the world. Once you hit the wicks, man, and they go big like small
Yeah,
one, big
down
dookie
slow,
one,
eh?
you gotta figure out what you're. Come on, fam. So whenever I see the mugshot and it's a wick, you're like,
Called it.
yeah, right. I've had to talk with my daughter. She's like, yeah, it's a fashion choice.
Fair.
Yeah, right.
Fair.
He didn't even snatch it up. It wasn't even tips. No, I know, not making light. 2 people died in this. The fact is that maybe I'm getting desensitized. Help me, guys. Help me, Craig.
I think it's many things that we become desensitized, especially in Toronto when it comes to the summertime shootings, just in general when it comes to the deaths. Like, New Year's comes around, there's always the shocking first death of the year, however it comes, and like first murder of the year. And to me, the difference between 1 and 100, there's not a whole lot. Everyone's
Yeah.
desensitized between every single one in between that, and it's sad.
I
It's
don't hear the
unfortunate.
politicians talking up about it. It's about transit and traffic,
Big time.
which oh man, to choose death or traffic is such a conundrum I'm stuck in, Craig. Could you imagine that?
I gotta
Do
go
I
with
want
traffic.
shootouts or
If I
traffic?
could snap my fingers and fix one first, I'm fixing the traffic. I know that sounds terrible, but I've affected millions versus, you know, I'm sorry, bro.
Like if you don't get me off the road,
I'm
there
sorry.
will be.
This is the next. Yeah, this is the next. Like, that's how I'm looking at it, bro.
Oh
I You ever be
man.
driving and you kind of see either the person in front of you or behind you or beside you, and yo, what I see more than ever now is two movements. The head scratch is the number one, where you just,
Yeah.
man, everyone's on edge.
Just soothing
The
themselves.
head scratch,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
head scratch, and two, putting your arm on the adjacent headrest.
Just
Where
checking out. You're
like
adventuring to the other side of the car.
you're on a fucking road trip. You're trying to get to work,
Trying to
fam.
get to
You're
know
trying
the
to clock
car.
in right now. This is ridiculous. What are we
I'm
doing?
Emmanuel. Yeah, it's bad. Like just on my way here, when I saw the one lane, when I saw the highway in a one lane,
Ugh.
and it wasn't even one lane where it's just like pylons, where
Yeah.
like, oh, they're gonna move that at 6 o'clock.
It's
No,
permanent. It's
it's
barriers.
blocks.
It's barriers.
Solid barriers down. I was crying for all those people because half of that I gotta go face going back too.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And I got a dinner tonight.
I'll
But
tell you this much: going back, you have a better odds.
I don't know,
From
man.
my
I might have to
experience.
hit the GPS first just to see what to do.
I used the 407 for the first time in my personal vehicle.
You got the
Nope,
no.
no transponder.
Yo, Craig's a rebel. Me too.
I was
You
like,
pay your bill. You pay your.
this. I looked at the traffic and I compared it to the 407,
Craig is still looking for me.
and my wife, she goes, "Yo, you could just take my transponder if you want in the future." I said, "No."
Oh, you got a
We do
transponder
have
on
one.
deck.
We do.
Oh,
But this is how I describe the 407. For those of you that don't know, the 407 is a toll road out here in Toronto and the GTA. And what it is it's not owned by the government. It was something that was built by the government and sold off, and it's
to another
now,
country. I think it's a Brazilian company.
and it's now just,
which is wild.
it's just an astronomical. toll,
Imagine
and
your
it's
street
so
not owned
unreliable.
by the people in your, which is that just to think about that is crazy,
right, but the
right?
traffic is amazing.
I
But they'll
can
charge
buy
you
a
a fee.
street in another country. Craig,
That's
what are we
craziness,
doing?
right? And okay, that's a whole different segment. That's a whole different segment.
Damn,
Because I'm telling you, these guys, whatever they put in their contract, them lawyers are
it's ironclad.
ironclad.
I'll find them, Lord.
Now, when she asked me, "You want to take the transponder?" I said, "No." I said, "You know why?" I said, "Because the 407 was the equivalent of trying heroin." I was like,
Okay.
it was so good. I
Let's go
never want
face
to do it
first.
again. Never want to do it again.
Touch the sky.
That's it. So unless it's like, if I can do, if the 407 is equal to 2.5 times the time that it would take me to get home on a regular route, I will take it. That's
Craig.
how I'm doing my rule now.
Craig,
In some cases, it's gonna be
it's your gateway. If heroin as your gateway drug is crazy,
407. Was
you're doing Galaxy Straight right next
right
because
there.
you're gonna do it again.
I don't.
You're gonna do it again.
I've
You're
never
gonna
done
do
it.
it. Think about
First time, bro.
snowstorm,
Yeah,
and guess what? You're right there too.
I know. I'm so close. To it.
Snowstorm on the day, and you just like Ash is like, baby, I just want you to get home. It's a mess. I know. They're like, baby,
And you're
I
like,
mean,
they
it's not the
plowed
best
it
feeling when you're like
already.
coming home to your woman is the like when you're like it's a revenge of the world. Like fuck the world. I'm going home.
Yeah, no
You-
better feeling.
You're gonna get it, man. I'm telling you.
Hope not.
Yeah. So transponder it is for Christmas for Craig. You know,
Willpower.
man.
You gotta stay strong. Willpower.
As long as you pay them bills, because he'll come get you. Still knocking on my door. Oh my goodness. Whose door else? Who else's door got knocked down, Craig?
Got knocked down heavy.
Kicked down.
That was your boy Diddy out there.
Now, everybody knows by now that Puff Daddy has been picked up by the boy them, by the man them,
Mhm.
5-0, 12, the other ops.
The other
Yeah,
other-
the official, right? And he's been charged with everything.
He's got a huge indictment, bro. This guy got slapped with the longest extent of the law.
Yes.
He has been He's been charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, abuse,
Yeah.
among
other things.
many other things.
Yeah. Now, I would wonder how come they didn't charge him for not using baby oil gel instead of baby oil. The oil seems so. That's a 90s. See, that's an old school in him. That's the old
That's
guy.
probably how he was taught.
Yeah.
That's how he was taught coming up.
I'm thinking they're about to say, "Oh, Puff Daddy confess," and these are the politicians that are involved. They're like, "No, he had 1,000 bottles
Literally,
of lube,
like 1,000. They
and
counted. They categorized.
no, but it's isn't it like 500 lube, 500 baby oil?
Nah, they
It's one
categorized the
each?
fuck out of that.
Oh
Every
man,
single bag them and tag them, boys. Every single bottle of
Johnson
baby
Johnson
oil was
stock
put
probably went
into
to the
evidence,
roof.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
in what world? I don't care what industry you're in. Not even the top percentile of OnlyFans content creators.
Baby
Not
oil
only
a bottle of baby oil lasts a long time.
Brazzers ain't even putting in an order for 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I'm telling you, fam, that is just unheard of. That is overly prepared. That is apocalypse preparation
And
for Freakniks.
Craig, you break out the baby oil.
Yeah.
You're not like just rubbing her shoulder and going to bed.
Facts.
Yeah, you have to be hydrated as hell to supplement the usage of all these baby because you got to go to the end game.
Yeah.
We're committed all the way.
Right.
When she
Right.
see you break the baby all out, she's like, "Yo,
We're taking it there.
yeah, we're really getting the baby.
We're
Let me
taking it
stretch,
there. Let me
right?"
get a towel.
I gotta admit, do you think? I think you were thinking about something you were saying before, and I try to hold on to that thought when you were thinking about how the art. Some people we don't get to think about who you get to grieve, and I automatically bring me to Puffy.
Mhm.
Do you give a fuck about how he grieves?
About how Puffy grieves?
Yeah, how Puffy feeling right now?
Nah.
Okay,
Not right now. Not right now,
okay,
because this guy has dodged so many bullets, man, both literal and metaphorically throughout his lifetime.
yeah.
You've had these crazy highlighted incidents, with Shine in the club, with J Lo, the shooting,
50 said, "Hey
leave
J Lo,
people fucking mangled for
50,
life.
50's not backing down, bro."
Now, like, it's surprising being that it was so quiet for so long. Like, either you had that hush money that whole time. Like, how is this just coming to light is what is confusing to me, right? Is this guy
Yeah.
has still been in operation for decades, literal decades, and all of a sudden something he's either pissed off the wrong person or, just how social norms have gotten to a point where people on his level and stature can be prosecuted. Maybe that's what's part of it.
So you're saying that someone decided enough.
Yeah, there's no way, man. And now they're coming out with the most outlandish shit.
Okay, because
Look,
then a
look,
lot of okay,
look. Let's protect the national treasure here, shall we?
okay.
If you deflowered my boy Justin Bieber,
Oh my god.
if you groomed and deflowered Justin Bieber, you're telling me that whoever was in office at that time, if I'm the prime minister and I get word that Justin Bieber's getting fucking baby oiled up by fucking Diddy, yo, I don't care if we're losing.
We're
We're,
coming
we're,
to get
we're
you.
putting our 2 subs on active duty, yo. We're gonna patrol the fucking Lake Erie. Like, we're out here.
Wake up the lake. We got Godzilla in the lake, y'all.
Here.
Godzilla, let's go.
Yo, warm up the plane.
Yeah.
Yes, the one plane.
Yes. Dropping maple syrup all over the city streets. It's fucking everything up.
I'm just saying that the amount of allegations, it's a shame to me to see that it boils over to this point, and then when it's finally said and done, the amount of pages on this indictment, bro. Now I know in high profile cases, that's kind of the way it goes, is that you really need all the things to boil over to really get them in the box. Really
Yes.
say, yo, not only do I have this, not only, and you have to just pile it on. I still think it's a little bit overdue if this is really what's happening, bro.
You think he's in the talk?
No, he's
He's not
not.
gonna say anything?
Nah, I think at heart, Diddy's still a
Good to
goof.
say that my name from Harlem does.
To all communities out there,
Chat too much.
I say this and not try to offend anybody, but if I had to pick the most diabolical, I am going with the homo thug.
Ooh.
I'm going with that. The Gangstalicious, the Gangstalicious, that's the last villain
That's
you
the
want to
last
come
one you
across. That's
want
the
to.
final
Okay,
boss of all the
okay.
villains.
Because
That's
they're gonna be sinister and finessing to the end.
Listen, I could put your contract on the shelf. I could put all your records on the shelf. Boom. I could turn you from an A-list to a nobody. Boom. But once you get that bottle of baby oil out and show me how real shit's getting,
Bend the knee.
that's pretty fucking diabolical right there, bro.
So you think he's not gonna snitch?
I don't think he's gonna have anything to say, man. Like, there's no way for him to throw other people under the bus.
When
in
I
this
say okay, so
scenario.
you understand when I say snitch, what do I mean for the world? What do you when you hear when I say snitch, what do you hear? What do you
Snitching is essentially him telling his truth for one.
Okay, his truth as in
If he's guilty and if he's actually committed certain acts.
I'm
Just
not even
because,
talking about that.
Are you
It
talking
was
about
funny. I
was there?
it was funny. It's almost I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't care about him getting charged with the crimes
Okay.
because he's gonna get some and not gonna get everything.
Correct.
Right?
Yes,
Right?
that is true. If you threw 50 things at
Yeah.
me, only 10 of them matter.
Yes.
In the court of law,
Right? In the
you're
right.
gonna throw out X amount
You're
to
gonna
make
throw
sure
all this
justice
stuff,
is
right?
served for the bigger
And then
cause.
somehow some plea deals gonna get introduced where
Yes.
these gonna have probably a couple packages, and sometimes they might not be in your favor because some people, like you said, you've been living your life.
Yep.
We don't like you right now.
And at your age, if you're getting hit with 20, 30 in a plea versus whatever, I mean,
Is life is 25.
life is life in the States.
Life is life.
Yeah, he's in there till if he gets life or if anyone gets life in the States,
It's a wrap. It's
unless they
life.
stay up for parole in a certain amount of time. But
Now, I've heard the argument of the prison that he's in. and I've heard the argument. Some are saying, "Oh, it's rough." Some are saying, "Yo, enough man them get kicked out, enough man them drop out there."
Mhm.
Some are saying, it's where the celebrities go.
Okay.
I wonder what celebrity prison. I saw Act doing the menu. I was watching the menu and it's like, yo, this shit might be all right. But when you see it, it's just red gruel versus green gruel
Brutal.
versus purple oatmeal,
But you
which,
know he's not getting that same treatment. I've seen so many videos of things
when you
getting
say
into
same treatment,
prison.
what do you mean?
Stuff gets into prison. So at the end of the day,
Are they still, they're still gonna,
of
what?
course, yeah. If you're gonna
What kind of
corrupt
justice is that?
nah, that's gonna
Craig,
happen.
nah, you
That's gonna
fuck,
happen.
you're not serious. You really think that they're gonna still smuggle like steak tartare for Puffy?
Yup.
What?
Baby oil.
Am I that, am I
Diddy
that
needs baby oil
naive?
brought in.
He's in the corner like,
Trust, they'll get it in.
what if he has eczema and that's his thing? Actually, baby oil, you can't go too crazy with that. But okay, Craig, that's a new one you introduced me to.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, next level.
Okay.
They're equating him to this as Epstein level shit. What do you say about that? Now, with that also
Mhm.
comes into back to what I was saying. Forget about the actual crimes.
Mhm.
It's the other people that he's implicated within these crimes.
Yeah, it becomes a big deal when it
The
talks
people
about
that are
who these
in the
people are.
room
Yeah.
that have seen things and
To
could
this
say
level.
things, right? Because I'm sure they've had I'm sure they got a roster of hotel maids and all that.
Yeah.
All you guys have seen is Puffy hugging up with all these big celebrities for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Is it Epstein level? Yeah.
People are saying, don't let him out here go commit suicide. They put him on suicide watch. Then they're
Yes.
saying,
They did.
what about them killing him? Because Epstein was on suicide watch, and I think he died like an hour later.
Correct. That is to protect some serious secrets right there. So this is a matter of who he's planning to talk about. If he's putting other names out there, that's the question and tail. Like, it's Epstein level, bro. It's really is. That whole thing, just what you said, when they talk about putting him on suicide watch, first thing that comes to my mind, that's exactly what they did to the next man. And I don't know what to say for him, man. I mean, I don't know if
And
he's well
imagine
protected
people
like
coming
that.
out of the woodwork that wants just to get a slice of it. The people that are going to lie and
Yeah.
still get away with it.
Yeah. If I'm in the industry, right? If I'm a conglomerate, if I'm somebody
When?
who's who, yeah, honestly, in the
Hey,
last
yo,
decade,
get him, Craig.
right? And all of a sudden, your life's on the line now if this man talks, and you have position, you have influence, you have power. Are you not going to cover your ass? Because there's a lot of grimy people behind this curtain, man. There's a lot of griminess behind this
I
curtain.
think it was just like, and
If
there's
he's the
even
fall guy, great.
but then it's like, bro, you were wilding. No, it's just a moment of how aggressive it got, where it just seems so fanciful, like
It
so,
escalated quick. Yeah.
yeah. And the years we're looking at the span. It's not even like, oh, in the past couple months. It's just so all the things that are gonna happen beyond this. It looks crazy. I don't know if you think names are gonna drop. You think celebrities are gonna fall? No.
No.
If you think Puffy's gonna,
That's why he's not going to say nothing.
you messed me up because you said he's still gonna get his steak tartare.
I think so.
I believe that he's gonna be like, yo, I'm Puffy in jail.
He
You
is.
guys send me here to beat some ass.
He
That slips out. Pause. Sorry, I'll stop. Anyhow, he's gonna be living his best life probably.
will be, unfortunately.
But I know he has culture shock. I've heard stories of people being with him and his hand. There's a story dude said he went in someone's back, one of the bags to get some money, and he touched some change and he got creeped out. So I'm figuring there are mental things you're gonna develop, mental kinks you're gonna develop of
That come
not,
with that.
yeah, washing hands. You're gonna be like, yo, shit. And guess what? The guards will be like, yo, guess what? The toilet's broken, and it's gonna be like that for the next 3 months.
Take that. Take
Deal
that.
with, yeah. We ain't gonna come until the stuff starts running over the brim.
Yeah.
Then we'll just unlock the valve and let it run out. Give you another month of that, right? So
I feel
you-
like it's just such a part of the social norm right now where all these people are getting their business outed like that. And it's crazy because this has been going on since the dawn of time, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now all of a sudden, something's in place higher up the food chain where either a certain group is not having it or the pressure is mounting to deal with it. Maybe it's because of social media and the way business gets out there.
Who are these people? Do we ever hear their names?
Oh no, to me these are all kind of like that whole shot.
But no, but you hear big names like big record company guys, but it's starting to make you realize them guys ain't it.
No. No.
It's a dude you'll never hear. You'll never know.
Could be.
I always see those videos of like drunk people, like this video, drunk girls talking shit to a dude that walk into an elevator, but then he owns the building and owns the next 6 blocks down.
Oof.
But he just comes in like in a regular shorts and flip flops and
Wait to
just
see
like
the
he's
reaction.
like, I'm just a man walking in the elevator. Please pay me no mind. And they're talking shit. And it's just there are people out there that the level of money is on a it's just
That's a scale we can't. What if there's a vigilante? What if there's a vigilante that's fucking balling like that? What if there's one of these high level,
like a rich Elon, but cool.
it's like Batman,
No,
but
he
pedophile
no.
chaser Batman?
The problem is with the pedophile
Maybe.
case, the pedo Batman.
Mm,
Jesus Christ.
what- I can't think of a cool
You
superhero
just
name.
messed up
Pedo
Batman.
Man.
You just messed up Batman for me. Because all he does is lurk.
No, that's it.
All he does is
Maybe
lurk.
all that extra money he's putting into is having these people in check and making
Oh
sure
my
that they get their
God,
comeuppance, right?
Craig, you're
Because
terrible.
yo, if you really like, if you're in that game and you really
Those
want someone to
cows.
get theirs, you know what I mean? You gotta play the long game.
The latex.
You gotta play the long game, bro. Like you might not get him now. You know, maybe it's something
So
petty.
the
Maybe he
the
snubbed you.
the problem is I'm thinking with pedo Batman is that because he's pedo Batman, he's gonna have an ego. He's gonna have an alias. He's gonna have to be seen or
You have to
shown.
be in the scene.
He's gonna has to have some like
Yeah.
when Prince changed his name into a letter.
Yeah.
With people that are insane like that, there's no way they're not gonna let the world know on some level. What if it's a pseudo personality,
Yeah.
right? The worst thing Elon Musk could ever did was make himself known. He should have came up with an alternate personality,
They have to be
alternate
like MF
ego.
Doom.
Yeah.
Stopping, right?
Yeah. Or the guy that created Bitcoin. But anyhow, that's a different story.
I'm just, it's right up there with all those conspiracy, man. The tinfoil hat is real. All those.
So do you think they're gonna get him? Do you think the option of Puff Daddy fake life and no lifing himself
I'm gonna
is a
say
thing?
no.
It's not a thing.
No, sorry. I'm gonna say they don't get him. I think it is a thing. My bad.
It is a thing.
Yeah,
it
if
is
you
on the
look at-
table.
yeah, if
it
you
is a
look at-
possibility.
Epstein, McAfee, the guy that did the antivirus that got fucking off too. There's a lot of people, obviously, that have come under this umbrella.
Did Aaron Hernandez kill himself?
Ooh,
He did. Was he in? He was in the bid.
he was.
Oh,
He was.
oh.
So what I think is the elites. Now,
Mm-mm.
conspiracy theorists gather around. We're gonna have a little chat right now.
Nah,
right?
nah, it's not a conspiracy. It's real news.
I think when it comes to the elites, I don't think Diddy's on their level.
Like they're above him.
Think about being a peon to an elite. when
Yeah,
you're
of
up there,
course,
though, eh? Like,
100%,
right?
100.
right?
I'm
So
thinking,
that's why I don't think he
bro,
gets the full
I'm
treatment.
thinking past the elites.
No, he doesn't touch their radar.
You're saying the elites at the top.
They're saying
you're
who?
saying that. You're saying yeah.
They're
They're like
saying who?
who we've never heard of him.
Exactly.
Because
Let him rot.
okay, to be honest, I have fucked around with a lot of rich people. You ask them a question, and they'll look at you like you're an alien. Just letting them know how broke I am, right?
So
I'll ask
one day.
because I'll try to communicate. That was when I was younger, right? I will try to communicate and I try to give like a pop culture reference.
Okay.
Oh, what do you guys think about such and such? And they're like,
Never heard of it.
no, we
Next
don't.
question.
We don't watch TV.
Right.
Oh,
That's how I feel in this scenario. That's exactly how.
yeah.
I feel
That
this.
when people like collective families start telling me, yo, we don't watch TV, and this is like granted, we're talking this a couple years ago, but still, it was a fact of letting you know that we're not on that frequency, right? So
No.
we would apply that to the elites that you mentioned,
Yeah.
on that level.
Because I think it's an extra burn to whoever's getting it. Is that
And you're fucking up my human drug smuggling ring right
facts?
now.
Facts.
You're putting, yeah, you got to
Causing
relax.
heat, Diddy. I think that is the case where they don't even land on someone's radar, and that pisses them off too.
He was the ultimate, yo, go home.
Because he might be thinking in his mind, yo, they're gonna do me like they did Homeboy, and then they don't come. Imagine that they don't come. How does that make you feel if you're on that level, right?
I was expecting him to start giving those kind of narratives.
What, like,
Yo, this is the
if I
Matrix.
go-
This is the Matrix.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
A lot of these guys do that. So that's a very great area. It's good that you're right, because a lot of guys who've let's be honest, the guys that we think that the government would off them because they're gonna just get too many people messy.
Right.
We expected that.
Right.
Right? And those people acted as such. They're like, yo, they don't want me to say this shit. You already know I know too much.
That's it.
Puff Daddy never gave the inkling of, yo, no, he's like, no, I'm Bacchus, the god of food and good time and wine,
Exactly.
right?
And when you
So
treat him with the silent treatment, you're like, damn, I'm gonna just this is it. Like this is my story. This is how it ends, bro. They're gonna talk about Diddy from 1990 up until
yeah, but
and then story cut.
with all the nasty shit, Craig, he's lived 1,000 lives, bro.
Yes, yes. There's no
That giant bed, you seen that bed he has in the yard?
the whole
Are you getting
thing
in
is
that bed, Craig?
disgusting,
You're not
bro.
gonna go get in the bed?
No.
Did we show up at what's it called? Magic Island or whatever? Nasty Island.
I can only think of it in like a wholesome sense of a Diddy party. And again, let's foreshadow here. I can only think of this in a wholesome sense where like there's a bunch of baddies and I'm just me doing
No,
my thing
you and
and
your
there's a
girl
baddie shut it
there.
down.
You and your girl are there,
I'm
right?
saying
You
like
showed up. She's like, I'm going to the Puff Daddy. We should ask her, right?
come down here.
You never go to party, Puff Daddy party by myself. She's like, nah, you can go get dinner
No,
by
but
yourself.
essentially what I mean from that is like the evilness is there. That's what's being presented. And it's like any LA party. I could picture myself at any LA party. There's strippers, there's porn stars, there's people who are the who's who, you know
Nothing's
what
gonna
I'm saying?
surprise me now. If it ain't a freak off, if it's not a
Zane,
300-foot bed,
please tell me, Zane, there is one how many bedrooms this mansion got? 50? You
a
want to call it
lot.
50?
Close to 30.
Okay,
Yeah,
30.
I'm gonna get too.
Tell me, one out of these 30 is a wholesome room, please?
No, because you
Can I
have
be in that one?
because every room has multiple cameras with multiple angles.
I'll be in that room. That's fine. But can some wholesome shit go down? I'll be. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
You just
Implicate me.
wouldn't go to
That's okay.
sleep.
Release it.
Shower
Leak
with
it.
your clothes
Yeah,
on.
do it. Leak it.
Nah, Craig, you don't want to be involved. Craig, have you went to
A Diddy freak neck? I
yeah.
haven't been to no freak
Are
offs.
you sure?
No.
Craig, if you're new come from the news, you don't tell me, I'll be
Mm-mm,
very upset.
mm-mm. I
Okay.
think I'd be overwhelmed at one of those parties.
That he didn't invite me, I would have been like, yo, listen.
No, I think first off, the hors d'oeuvres. I'd be like, yo, you see this, bro? Yo, they're handing out these
Yeah,
hors
why is everything shaped like dicks? And looky here. Craig's like, tastes great. I'm like, Craig, don't do it.
Don't eat it. It's not great,
Now,
Philip.
could you imagine, ready for this?
Uh,
I imagine Diddy's freak offs
uh,
as a league.
oof.
And could you imagine he got MVPs?
Oh, 100%.
He got all stars,
100%.
rookie
Bro,
QBs,
in a grooming world, it is such a sinister world. Such a sinister
where he's
world.
like, yo, the guy that's more freakier than me, I'm flying him in tonight
Come out, you
to
gonna show
blow
these
all
boys
the
how to party.
What?
Okay,
Uh,
yes, that happens. I'm just praying
So I
that
can't have an
this-
orgy now without like all kinds of licenses and stuff.
there's got to be sign-offs, heavy sheets, man. Lawyers on deck, bro. Telling
Now
you,
there's also a conversation where we got a little serious here in regards to statute what is it statute of limitations,
right?
right? Where I hear a lot of a side narrative where a lot of guys were like, yo, I'm kind of nervous because even if things seem consensual at that time, they might not have actually had that discussion.
Might not hold that weight right now.
And now they're like, if somebody just wants to like,
If someone wants to fuck with you,
they
can put your business out there.
and literally have legal rights to
Oh, 100%.
fuck your life up.
100%. That's why you need hush money.
No, Craig, that's not
That's why you need hush
no.
money.
When you get hush money, that's when they come get you because you have that money to have hush money.
Nah, that's
They're not gonna come get you when
either
you're broke.
ran out of
Craig.
hush money or you pissed off the wrong people. One of
Big
the
to
two
fail.
happened.
To big enough to get canceled,
One of
right?
the two happened, man.
Jesus
Telling you,
Christ,
bro.
man.
Telling you. I really pray that
I'm scared to get a bubble if I go to a party.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't know what the repercussions are.
Yeah.
They
But
come
if
with
you
a
guys,
cost, right?
if you bubble that thing and she take your number and the lawyer calls her the next day
Oof.
and he's like, I looked at him, but I didn't say yes to dancing. I just kept dancing and he just stayed. Yes, there was contact, but I didn't move. I was in that space before. Listen, man, gray area aside, it's rough out there.
It's gonna be a very long, drawn out fucking process too before they actually get to the bottom of this. I know those are.
It pisses me off. It's so nice. It's like just throw it out as a souvenir, make candles. Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I think that these fucking processes get so drawn out, man. But again, you can't deliver justice for what's been done over the course of 2, 3 decades, man. That's so difficult to do, bro. I think getting the justice for the victims if that's what it comes down to, man. Like if I'm a victim of Diddy's shenanigans, how do I, like him being locked up ain't even enough for them, man. That's what I'm trying to say is like, he's living good in there. I don't think that's enough peace and justice for the person
You
that
want to
may
see
feel
head roll.
victimized. Yeah, you got to
What if
see
you
that.
see like yo, two senators' names get called? Yo, Senator so and so. You're like, you're not gonna fall for that. What would be enough for you? Imagine if Diddy was involved with all the presidents, all the big heads. Like he takes down 20 people
Right.
that are like heads of not companies but industries. The Zuckerbergs and all those guys, they go down. You get ultimate justice. Would that be enough?
No. I feel like for me personally, I'd be a petty victim where it's like, I want my justice.
Wait, what does your justice look like?
My justice is like heads rolling, like you said. So a lot of victims are going to say, as long as it paid it forward and it avoided the next me coming along the way, that's where they would say, you know what, we made the difference, we got justice. Me, I'm petty like that. I'd be like, yo,
Craig's like, nah, I want my 40 mil. I was there.
if I seen the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, man, and this man's still fucking, if he's taking in my oxygen, we're gonna have a problem.
So you want him to get the chair.
Yeah, I would prefer if that was the case. And
Is
this
that on the
is so
table?
true. No, unfortunately not in New York. You're right. Zane had texted me. He said, I don't think he can get the chair. I said, proverbial chair.
Yo, frying Puff Daddy is crazy.
That would be not ironic. No, that's not the right. It's meme worthy for sure, though.
Injections, you'd be down.
Oh, the memes would
He'd
be
be like, yo, give me more.
memes would
Looking at the
be
Crypt Keeper.
next level.
That's all you got. Baby oil. No.
You hate to see it. I think
But what happened to, sorry, for people said, what about the big pedos out there? Not the bigger ones, like the scary guys that are, we know there are other people doing this.
oh, way worse. Way worse.
Why it stops here?
It doesn't stop here. That's the problem. But it's another.
I think that's the justice you're talking about. You want to see other.
That's how.
Yeah,
people
not
see
just
it.
because you went to the party. No, you
Right.
want to see other guys. You're like, yo, I knew it.
Right.
We've heard about you. What's his name? Quarterback, coach for the Patriots.
Belichick.
I hear you, a wild boy.
What's his justice?
No, was it him or yeah? I heard him, a wild boy. Some of these guys. No, is it Jerry Jones? Which one of these guys? The owners? Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want these guys to come get me. Craig, if they come get me, see, I'm talking like that because I'm talking like the guy where if he hears Zane ends up his car in a lake. Yeah, I'm already giving you guys hints. Yo, I might say some wild shit sometimes. If my death seems like, yo, what?
Yeah.
Trust me. Ask all the questions.
I'm advocating, bro. Like I'm
Ask
straight
all the
up.
questions.
I'm the guy that's gonna pull up Google Street View for you and be like, "Yo, on this day, Zane was here." But
Crips
if you
and be
look
like,
over here,
oh shit, this
what
is
else was going on?
where Mr. Shades caught that big ass guppy, but you're never gonna get him. This means something.
You know,
There's a giant 6 burning at the beach. I fry you right up, ruin your marriage because you're just trying to rack your
right
brain.
here at this exact moment.
Yeah.
You know who they cannot get? You know who at this point is starting to look untouchable?
Mhm.
Even by Diddy, he's untouchable, bro.
Go on.
Diddy and a bottle of baby oil got nothing on your boy Trump.
Now, Craig, I say this. One thing I've learned about Americans, they're terrible shooters.
It seems that no,
I
say
don't
that,
know.
bro. No, listen. We at the Hidden Six do not endorse all opinions.
It's better. Let the high school kids do it, okay? Because they might get. Listen, when you see a lot of people are like, "Yo, this guy's a plant." Do you think this guy's a plant, or no? You're like, "No, this guy's a wild guy going right."
I'm fucked. Like I'm mind fucked because I thought the first guy was the plant, and now I'm like, on the golf course sounds pretty real. Like Zane, if you were to go, I'm just saying, if you were to go, not that I wish that. On the golf course sounds pretty inconspicuous to me. If they said Zane was lining up for this sick ass tee shot on a par 3, and as soon that fucking driver cracked that ball, you heard the
Wait,
and
was
my
that a
man's
whip?
just dropped. Not literal, no. It sounded
That'd be
good.
poetic. Don't kill me poetically, dog.
Why?
Don't kill me poetically, dog. Because no one's gonna remember. It's just gonna be between me and the shooter. The whole world's gonna be like, oh yeah, they'll blow his brains out. My boy's gonna tell you the score. They're not gonna say anything.
All
Right?
right.
Your security really sucks if the dude's been living there for a couple days, ordering Pizza Hut, and he's in the fence. It's just such a And think about it, knowing that the assassination attempt happened however long ago,
Yeah.
recently still,
Yeah, it's only months old.
you think that your security team would have a better
Yeah, you're on high alert.
drones.
Anything.
You can have 2 drones
You're
circle the
America,
block,
bro.
bro.
You're
Merc.
America.
Yeah,
You got some shit we
you
ain't
could
even
have a
seen
one
yet.
dude with heat vision just looking through the fences every half an hour. I'm like,
Facts.
yo, that bear's eating a hoagie and wearing a checkered jacket, right? We should check it out. So
Okay, so
I
wait.
thought it was fake.
Okay, so you're maybe on the other side of the
I thought it
fence.
was fake because I thought it was because what they people were saying with him and with Kamala Harris that she bodied him, and after the whole, they're eating the dogs and the cats, which my island now the DJs have made into a drop.
Actually,
Yeah, when it comes to when they're dropping, putting like the Bad Mind songs, like the op songs,
they're
they're
eating the
like
dog
dogs and the
again.
cat, and it's so cold it works. It works. But to say this, to say this, I thought it was him doing that to get sympathy. I thought it was like a bad chess move. A lot of people are saying Trump is gonna win. I don't know why if they're just saying it just to just poke me. What do you think?
Throughout my drive, may have been through the wrong states, can't tell you, but the overwhelming amount of support for Trump is there.
Yeah,
I can tell you that. And I know a lot of it's campaigning and propaganda type shit, but there's a lot of Trump. We saw one county that
yeah.
was pro Harris. One. And we drove through a lot. And it was Trump the
Damn.
fuck out.
You put your Harris bandana down real quick, eh?
I saw
Craig got his Harris baddie tee.
we went for this barbecue, right? And it was like not the hood, but the equivalent of redneck hood. There was Trump signs all over the place. There was an upside down American flag. We didn't understand the reference. We Googled it. That's a reference to the election being stolen and it being like a stolen valor kind of situation. The no trespassing signs on the lawn. Like you knew you took a wrong left in Albuquerque at that point. But that barbecue was fire.
And you want me
That's
to
where you
go?
gotta go.
See how Craig trying to get me in trouble.
That's where you gotta go. Yeah, just come with your boy. You'll be all right. Don't worry. He's with me.
Speaking of trouble, biggest side note, we're gonna get back to this moment, but I have to do this. Guys, Craig tried his best to keep me away from his best friend throughout the way.
Yo, at one point I was literally standing between
I
you
can
two.
see it in Craig's face. Craig's like, I don't want you two to hang out. Because me and him somehow we started getting into gambling
Yes.
and our strategies and what we're making. And
Oh, I'm not surprised at all.
Craig, your dude reminds me of what's him, Colin Farrell. And yeah, the dude that played is it Will Ferrell? Not Will Ferrell. That
Chase was
Irish
on the mission.
Irish guy,
See,
where he just looks like he's always like he owes the mob money.
Chase is on a mission.
He's still trying to scheme.
I think
Because his next scheme is gonna be the big one, and I love it because he's such a. I'm looking at him like, bro, you could be in any movie I want right now.
Facts.
And it got so weird. He's there and he's so hyped, and Craig's like, no, no, no. He's like, yo, we should go to Niagara right now, Craig. Every idea he brings up to Craig, Craig's like, no, no, we're not doing that. No, you should go find somebody else. Even the nails like, yo, what's go? And it was like, yo, I thought this guy was pressing you. I was about to come over and crack him. I'm like, you can't come and crack.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that he went up? I think you were the third person he approached. And was like, "Yo, you don't want to do the pod?"
Yeah.
So again, I like painting people with a mystique, whether they deserve it or not, and all of my friends do. So that's a plus.
Yo,
But I like to paint you with the same brush that I paint him.
I'm happy that I met him because now when I know if the day do comes, we do hang out. Yes, yo, we owe us a barbecue. Screw you. First of all,
What there was
everybody was like, yo, why are we not hanging out at Craig's place? And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's a thing. That's a thing, right? But now that I've met him, it's good. I can get ready because I like to indulge his shenanigans. I'll pull his card. I'm like, you're fucking lying. You could never do that.
Yo,
and he's like, what? We'll leave right now.
Yo, right now.
Right now. Yeah. Well, right. He told the story way better with the numbers of what they were betting on and all that. Yeah, that was really cool. But he seems like a really cool guy. I felt bad and didn't shout him out enough, man. Right? A lot of people were like, came up to me and they were like, yeah, Craig never told you about me. And I'm like, yeah, cousin number 4, right? He loves you all. He loves you all. All right. That now we can get back to the previous scheduled program. Craig,
I think that the second attempt on Trump was not publicity, but that's just my mindset is that this to me seemed more at home with the narrative. Is that the one on the campaign trail with the lazy shooter on the roof who couldn't make the high school team, who was, I don't know, half a kilometer away from your most elite, with the fucking Secretary of Defense who shit the bed, just totally shit the bed.
Yeah.
This to me is more like how you'd get your boy is like, yo, he's on the golf course. This is his in betweens, not making his stops. You got him right where you want him. I feel like that one was a little more genuine than the first. But where you're explaining it, I like the devil's advocate side of things.
Yeah, I dig a little more deep in. I forgot. I can't. My memory's shot, as you know. I can't come up with Homeboy's name off the top, but he's been on news. He's been on TV a couple times. He's been trying to recruit people for Ukraine.
Okay.
I've seen the videos where he's like, yo, I've been out here from weeks, and there's just like only 8 people. He's telling the news like, what the fuck are the people to sign up for war to
No.
die?
Oh my
And he's
goodness.
like, I made a song. He sent a song to like Bruno Mars. He's trying to do like he was trying to do a We Are the World
Oh fuck
for
over
you.
Ukraine.
So, then someone pinched me and was like, bro, obviously this is a Fed plant, bro.
Okay.
Get the guy that's super hardcore
Yeah.
because he's like, yo, Trump, sorry, Trump's not like Trumpy enough for you. Craig, I just sent you something there. I want you to check it out. You read way better than me. I was wanted to just take a look at it. I want you to read what is, if you get a chance to read what the son said when he got interviewed about your dad trying to kill former and could be possible future president of the United States. And it was just so interesting because it's the first time back to what you're saying with like the upside down flags with the
Oh, he got people up in arms. You know
yeah,
what I
with the
mean?
upside down
Like,
flags with the this is to stay off my property, right? Where it's just
yeah, there's a South Park quote.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
this.
okay, that's what I didn't want you to okay, right? So if you want to read, you feel comfortable.
All right, so I'll say it from where you sent it to me.
Yeah, read
So
it as like you're him if you can.
later in a
Yeah,
rambling text,
yeah.
Ruth appeared to justify his father's actions. Hate this game every 4 years and think that we all do. And if my father wants to be a martyr to how broken and disassociated the process has become from the real problems and practical solutions, then that's his choice. I'm not saying that's what he's done or what he's about. That's just my own rant, being fed up with it for all my entire adult life, he wrote. South Park said it best. You know they damn did. Every 4 years, we're forced to choose between a turd sandwich and a giant douche. And it all says fucked in the same ways by different degrees. And we're exhausted and embarrassed by it all. Damn.
This is crazy.
That's pretty heavy right there.
He's like, damn right he did it. And I shot his little dog too. It's just so wild, bro. This can't be real. For the past 2 weeks, I've been looking at life, changing the channel, and it's the same thing. I have 1,000 channels on my TV, my live TV,
Yeah.
and it's the same thing every channel.
It's all
And I'm
popping
such
over
a
the same
crackhead. I
regurgitation.
keep changing the channel, expecting one of these 1,000 channels is gonna have something good, and nothing shows up. Craig, it's same rewind. How does you try to? And well, Alex Jones apparently was right because I know I watched this video when he was crying and
Fair.
he's like, "Yo, they're gonna try and kill him again." I told you guys.
Don't
Yeah,
do him like that.
he's the guy. If he dies and like from poison, even if he did it himself, I'm like, "Yo, Feds did it. We're not playing. The Feds did it."
Fair.
Mm.
Uh, no, I still stick with the original statement. I think that I thought the first one was a whole PR run, and I thought they were going to carry that out. And I saw it firsthand. I saw the fucking T-shirts down there printed of like him. It literally said "Legend," legends,
You know
and
what's
it's him
terrible?
just with the fist
Is
up.
it bad that I would buy some of those and bring them back to sell? Does that what am I spreading?
What's that called? Fear mongering? No,
Am
that's
I
not the
am I
same.
spread? But do you get what I'm for some? Would some people look at it that way?
Yeah, of course.
I'm like I see it as like a joke,
No, in Canada,
but I'm selling it to like Trump supporters.
Trump's antics have spilled over. For those of you that are outside of the borders, for those of you that are loyal US listeners, for those of you that are overseas listeners,
Yeah,
whether you're invested in these politics or not, Canada has always been known for America would not know what Canada's politics are like. If
yeah,
you ask probably, 10 Americans who the prime minister is, maybe 1 in
Mhm.
10, 2 in 10 would
Yeah.
know, and they would just be kind of like off the cuff. 9 out of 10 Canadians could tell you what's going on in American politics. It's something that we follow very
Yeah, it's
closely.
very polarizing.
Maybe low key, we kind of want to be like that because there's that patriotism
Do
that
we?
comes. There's a
Nah,
patriotism.
I think we got. I think can. I think
No,
our
no, it's not a
patriotism is
laughable
about
thing.
like just making sure we're nice and we can help out.
Nah, I
I
don't
find
think so.
Trump's type of patriotism is it's when it shows up here, it's just strictly, I can say what I want. I'm not actually doing anything to make society better.
No consequences.
People have a big issue with just, oh, I can say what's on my mind now. Great. But there's no one has any action, no one has any plan
Yeah.
of how to, or even in within their lives decide to make the city. So say friggin' redneck John, okay? I'm redneck John. God damn them niggas coming on the building that wall. Love that. Am I gonna go down to City Hall and like, you know what? This is what we do. We speak to their government, figure out what their issues are, and maybe we can, instead of spending the $1 million here,
We could land on a peaceful solution.
give them the money to probably better the infrastructure or something, work out something.
Negative.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that's what it comes, because I've seen this a lot with I've been diving into something called access journalism. That's something else separate,
Okay.
even going on with what's going on with Sony and the new PlayStation that's coming out versus
Ooh.
Concord costing a half a million,
I
half an
like
hour.
that topic way
I
more
have
than this one.
it's,
Why didn't you put that on the docket, mate?
it's because it's there. It's there. Don't worry. But it's just understanding that some facets of it. What's my thought there?
I don't think that's the case, man. Like, I think we're super involved with American politics, fam. Super, super involved with American politics.
Yeah,
Like,
but people don't want. I don't see anybody wanting to fix shit, Craig.
no, but when I see people get passionate about a debate, I don't see people get passionate. I'm not a heavy political person in
Mm.
my personal life. You know what I mean? Like, but when people talk about the American politics, especially with a Trump, he's like a firecracker where people, if you support him, you're either super hated or supported by a group that's like loyal to a fucking fault. You know what I mean?
Am I allowed to be intrigued by him
Of course you can. Of course you can.
without being like
Zane, if you came
hated?
out on this podcast and said fucking Trump 2024 and we hung a fucking MAGA flag,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
whatever the
whoa.
fuck you want to do, that's your choice. That's why we live in a democracy,
Craigie
nonetheless.
Wiley.
That's why we live in a democracy.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that right there, me and you would have had more conversations about that than we have about our own home soil. 100%. 100%. There's very little topics that are going to overshadow.
Oh yeah. Good.
There's very little topics that are going to overshadow that. So for people to talk about Trump and Harris or, Clinton when he ran last time and the capacity they do in Canada,
Yeah.
American politics weighs very heavy. It affects us directly and indirectly. The value of the dollar is an automatic reflection of how things are going between the two
That's
states.
true.
Sorry, between the two
And they
sides of
are
the border.
saying depends on what goes on here.
Big yo,
It's gonna be a rocky for us with the tariffs and stuff like that coming
man, you
in.
know how expensive y'all shit be when I go down there?
Yeah,
Jesus.
y'all need to relax, yo. Fall
God
back,
damn, bro.
yo.
But yo, honestly, politics is always going to be a heavy talking point for people,
Yeah.
and I think that everyone loves a spicy story. No one loves boring politics, and it's unfortunate because the boring politics probably diving deeper into the shit you want and you need, but a healthy is the wrong word. Heated debate, a lot of shit
Maybe.
talk that tends to grab all the attention from the media and the listeners at the end of the day.
You
So,
think they're gonna try again?
with who, Trump?
Yeah.
To run?
Hill.
Mm, it's their third assassination attempt.
Because after a while, they're gonna be like, yo, all right, dog.
Right?
It's getting
It'll lose its magic.
but that's what's
Right,
scary.
right.
Could you imagine us not being?
He's like, I know.
Because remember, look at that
tired
guy.
of it
Look at what
too.
that guy said about his dad trying to kill somebody.
Hmm.
Right? If he's just like, yo, every 4 years we do the same bullshit, at least somebody should just think of
Third
the.
one.
He was desensitized. He's one, desensitized to the culture. He's two, desensitized to politics.
Right.
Desensitized to the caring of human life.
Yeah.
Literally, he's like he grabs his. He probably had plastic bags in his head going back to his house to lock up back in his cave
There's a third.
with past his keep off my property sign.
Okay, now I'm just gonna follow up. Third attempt within a time frame? Is there like in general? Are you saying ever, or are you saying in the election? If you
I
say
think
within the election, I say
okay, fine.
I
Within
say
the election, no.
no. What do you think?
I say yeah.
You think another one?
I'd say something stupid. Maybe it's gonna be like a car or something or
Someone's
some.
gonna come at him
It might not be
like he's kissing a baby and the baby's got a knife.
fuck.
We taught little 1-year-old Billy over here.
Billy's like, yo, every 4 years we go through this. I'm sick of
Yo,
this
take
shit.
that, take that.
Yeah. Um, they did say Coco Melon's rotting the baby's brains. Craig, do your research. You're gonna be a father eventually. I'm
Coco
just saying,
Melon?
yeah, because they're saying that Coco Melon is having it 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 doesn't expand on the vocabulary. It
No.
stays in like a strict color palette,
How many
strict theory.
words?
Bro,
How
the
many
stories
letters
I've
does he
seen
supposed
where
to
like
know?
where the people in the daycare are like they put Coco Melon on, all of the kids turn this, they just drop, they stop chewing, this, and
They're
everybody
just
just turns to the everybody they don't just stop. Yeah, everybody just stops, everything stop chewing, stop breathing, turns to the TV. Now the people that run Coco Melon are like, yo, listen, we ain't here to raise y'all fucking kids, okay?
yo, like
Right, which is that's the double-edged sword on that, where the parents are all the parents that are writing big articles of like, I'll put my hand in front of Tommy, he'll never see me. I'll call and clap, he'll just go out of, and they're selling themselves out on how kind of trash parents they are, because you're now telling the world that I've let the TV raise
raise my
my kid, and now it's too late.
I can't get him back.
Some say it's linked to speech impediments,
Oh
but we're
fuck.
just you
No
just can't
way.
evaluate. Woman's like, yo, after I change it to something else with more words,
They're not
they
in.
started talking within a week of it. It could be all coincidence, right? This all, but I just say this to say this. Craig wanted great news. I tell Craig, there ain't none of it coming today. Look, listen, man. Craig, I was this old when I found out people are still using pagers.
I just heard about this yesterday.
Craig, do
I had a pager.
you got a page? You got
Did.
a
I did.
okay?
My
Explain it.
favorite was
Can you
my
explain it
first
for
weed
what for
dealer.
people who don't know? And there's somebody out there that
That
doesn't
doesn't
know.
know.
Craig, tell them all
So
about
a
it.
pager is like a
Or beeper.
or a beeper, if you want to call that, is essentially a
It was the
text
lamest piece of
answering machine.
technology in
Let's
my
call it
head.
that. So if you could route a pager or beeper to your phone, right? And I could text you a message, or it would just show you that I missed a call. So it was like pre-answering machine,
Okay, because I
pre-voicemail,
never understand it.
pre-text.
I know you could have like I would have called the pager had a number. I
Yes.
could have called the pager and
Yes.
it just show that yo Zane's calling you.
Correct.
And you're like, oh, I gotta call Zane
I
in
gotta
10 minutes.
call Zane back. Let me get to the nearest
Yeah,
payphone
it
or
was the
whatever the
first
case may
version
be,
of
right?
cell phone
Yeah, it was like
text.
voicemail, text, kind of
Yeah,
a hybrid.
and you
Let's
can
call it.
call your pager and hear the message.
Yeah, no, you could you? No, no, no,
Okay,
no. It didn't work
just
that
check.
way. It just strictly gave you the number that you got to ring
Then that
back.
that
So
came into the two-way pager.
exactly,
Then that became the phone.
that became the phone. That was
Yeah.
kind of see,
Where it
it
was
was
like,
SMS slash voicemail. You
remember
know what
that?
I mean?
Holla back, youngin.
Right,
When you had the flip sidekick phone.
right. So
Yo,
my
the
first,
pagers back then were like little mini Game Boys. They were fly.
they
The
were,
two-way pagers were
they were.
fly.
I loved having a pager. Don't get me
Yeah, it
wrong.
was a
It
vibe.
was a vibe.
It was a flex.
It was a flex.
Yeah.
So my first pager was essentially like I used to hang out a lot after school. I wouldn't go right home, right? So, but I also had a lot of extracurriculars. You know, I was playing sports,
Selling drugs.
playing sports.
Legend.
And my parents said, "You know what? Take this, and this way I can at least reach you in some degree." I didn't have a cell phone yet. I just had a pager. So
All right.
essentially, you know your home phone number.
Craig's
You would
like, yo,
remember numbers
easy
back
with the
then.
privilege talk, Zane.
So you remember your numbers back then, and if your home paged you, you know you gotta either go home or you gotta contact the Dukes, right?
Yeah.
But again, I didn't use that. 1 year is what I give it. 1 year is what I remember for the
All I thought it
pager
was just
era.
drug dealers that had pagers.
So my
Or
first weed
business
dealer.
people.
So my first weed dealer, you would input your number and you would have a code so he'd know it's you calling. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
You're 17. He's
So my
dog.
homeroom, me and White Bread, yo, our homeroom was 007. It was so funny. It was like James Bond, right? So we'd link up, and with the dealer, he said, "Yo, call me and page 007, and that way I know it's you that's
Yeah.
coming through to grab." Meanwhile, this dude's like fucking 30, and we're like 15 trying to cop a fucking dime. You know what I
The
mean?
good old days.
And sure enough, you dial 007, and this man say, "Yo, come through." You'd come through, and he'd hook you up. You know what I mean? But it was very short lived for me. Pager era lasted way longer than when I used it. So now, if you are in Palestine, pagers are still existent. So these probably died out in Let me do my math here.
Hold on, just when it was
2005.
it was in Palestine these things happened, or was it in Lebanon?
Was it
I'm
Lebanon?
getting mixed up because now
I
they're
don't want to
beef.
get no flack. I
Yeah,
don't want no smoke.
they're beefing with Lebanon too, so it's kind of a
I
thing.
don't
And
want no smoke.
I think Lebanon was saying, this is an act of war, right?
Really?
Yeah, because it wasn't going against Hamas, it was going against Hezbollah, I think now, right? So they're going against the other ops, right? Israel doing what Puffy's did when
Wait,
he's
wait,
like,
wait. You're
yo,
starting from the middle of the story.
I'm so sorry, Craig.
You're starting from the middle of the
Listen,
story here.
okay, this is how the story started.
We know what pagers are now.
What pages are on. Now, what happened was, you're right.
People still use them.
Yes, people still use them in a
Correct.
lot of other countries, a lot, right? And it turns
For
out that
non-drug related things.
yeah, for life, living,
Everyday thing.
right? Now it turns out that the article shows up on my TV. Ta-da, bam! Israel has exploded cell phone pagers all across, wounding so much and killing so many.
Yo.
Then you think to yourself, and you're like, I said to myself, I'm like,
Who the fuck
even
said
if it's
pager?
true, why would you tell us that my phone can blow me up? That's Craig. That's my problem. Is like the cats. They don't even care. There's no cat in the. There's no bag.
No.
The cats live. They're all around the street.
That's
They're
it.
shitting, scratching up all the
That's
furniture.
it.
The fact that they don't even care to finesse this.
No, there's no way.
How? Now they're trying to cut. They're trying to nice it up. Like, oh, we as in saying Hezbollah. Those guys. They ordered pagers from a company from Taiwan. Funny. And
So
they
it's a chip
implanted
shortage.
the explosive device there, or through that from them to there.
Yes. So direct to
Yeah. Now I'm mad that I bought from IKEA a furniture, and somehow IKEA let my ops put a bomb in it.
100%.
I'm swinging at everybody right
100%.
now.
That's some shistiness on another level.
Now we're not granted. I'm sure they're justified in their means in killing these bad people, but we also know there are a lot of innocent people that died as well.
Yo, the repercussions there, like what's it called? Not the art of war. What's the
Geneva Convention.
yeah, to some degree that, yeah,
Like
the
laws.
conditions.
It's like
Exactly.
where it's
Thank
like,
you.
yo, we can
The
beef,
written and unwritten.
but let's not start eating
Thank you.
dogs and
Thank you.
cats.
The conditions of war, exactly. It's like, yo, let's be civilized throughout this conflict somehow, some way. I feel like that taints the lines a little bit right there. Like the fact that innocents get caused, like war has evolved. It is very evolved in the modern
Yeah,
century.
you've seen the drone videos. A
Yeah.
lot of wars fight with drones,
Facts.
and these guys are
They're still hitting the wrong people, right? But
true.
the fact that it's evolved to where it's at now, pagers, bro, really, pagers, like you guys are infiltrating. You guys are on some crazy.
It's some fly shit though. You gotta admit,
Do you think?
it's some fly shit, Craig. Cause that means I can get you, bro. That means I can get you.
Yo, imagine though.
That is
like,
crazy. And could you imagine those pages going out to other countries that
exactly that
might
may not have been in conflict.
right?
Now I'm just thinking about it like
Imagine the kids that are like, yo, I always play with my dad's pager when I see it.
me and you are on the proverbial block, and it's not even a block at this point because these people are using it for everyday uses. So this ain't even taking out no menaces, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
yo, I get the fucking
It's probably Mom Dukes. That out.
done,
Oh.
fucking done, bro. I'm
Like,
looking at
damn,
that's
Chris.
how you create fucking lifelong blood. Like that conflict ain't going
So
nowhere.
we're saying this war is getting worse.
That's some greasy tactics right there.
Also, hear someone's like, yo, when they have like surplus of ammunitions, they gotta be like, yo, we need to start a war to sell this shit. Everything is business, I hear, apparently, guys. As sad as it is, everything is business. Think about it. Wouldn't you rather spend, no offense to the Ukraine, just hear me out, you guys. Hear me out. If we can spend 10 billion on our society to build more housing and more
highways,
more infrastructures for mental health to help people, your society gets better, and then they'll do whatever the hell you want because it's nice here, right? If I gotta see videos of people fishing in lakes, in rivers for salmon when I don't have a license, but because people didn't really explain to them that I could be mad at these people for fishing in the lake
yeah,
without a license and not knowing,
right.
or am I going to be mad at the country failing to not explain to them, yo, you can't really do that?
when I look at global conflict, I think that Israel and Palestine is a very lopsided battle, being that the world's view, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Israel compared to Palestine. Israel is a very first world country.
Yeah.
Palestine is very considered second world, third world,
Third
a
world,
little
yeah.
bit behind in the
Bro, before I
times
came to
where
Canada, I've been
throw-
watching Beef About Gaza.
they're a stone
And
throw
it's
away from
only
each other.
so big, right? So you know the plight is gonna stretch out
It's like if
the sorrow, the famine, the depression is gonna spread. Like it doesn't not because the fighting can happen 10 like 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers up the block,
right.
but those people are here now on my ends, and then it's just strife all around, right?
It's like if we were to take the GTA, it's like Toronto and then all of a sudden I'll just pick a random one. Let's say Markham isn't up to speed. Toronto's on the up and coming, we're on the boom, and Markham is a little bit behind in the times, and all of a sudden you picking on Markham like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you're Israel and you're so advanced, you got an Iron Dome, you've got all these, Mossad, you got all these advanced tactics, and you're resorting to rigging these pagers with fucking C4 or whatever the fuck you're doing. It seems like such a low blow to
Yeah.
an already existing conflict where it seems unnecessary to me. Like unless there was a report that a major person was taken down or you've thwarted I don't know, like you've thwarted something, but none of that. It was just seems to me like civilians are getting hit. It's more or less a fuck you to them. That's not the
Yeah,
way to
it's
pull it.
what did it say? The ends don't justify the
I
means,
feel
or
that
the
way
means or
too.
something like
I
that,
feel
right?
that way too, bro.
It's
Like
like probably just the biggest statement ever.
you can't pull a sympathy card properly in conflicts like these. So if we were to compare it to the Ukraine and Russia conflict, I feel like they're very even battlegrounds where like they don't have the most up to date technology, right?
Yeah. Then
They're not
again, I
fighting like
heard they
it's the
dropped
Stone Age
the largest UAV bomb.
ever
Yeah,
recorded,
saw the video of it too.
but I feel like they're a very
It's
even
like
battleground.
a pocket nuke, bro. So they're
Like
turning
war's not
up.
supposed to be fair, but if you're looking at it from the country to country and who you're really, yo, I'm just
That's a
saying, if you're looking at,
You're right. I can't. Yeah, it's like, yo, do I really need to think about why
it's
are
a
we in
low
this to begin
blow in
with?
a
We're in
war
here to
situation,
fight.
you
So
know?
for me to be like, nah, allow the food supplies in. Oh, fuck that.
Yeah,
The beef thing,
yeah,
dog.
it's a little bit extra right there.
That's crazy. Oh man. Okay, Craig. Enough. Could we go into okay?
Let's end on
No bullets in this
positivity.
one.
None of them.
No bullets. No bloodshed.
All right,
The pockets might be leaking though.
a little bit.
Okay, so like I alluded earlier on, Sony releasing the new Sony
The
Pro,
PS5 Pro.
PS5 Pro. Now back in the day, used to call it the Slim.
Correct.
Slim was the name, right?
Correct.
Right. And then they bumped up to Pro. Pro became a thing. The second one with a buy. Now it's
Right.
overpriced, right? My boys have been trying to force me into PC gaming because it seems like I'm the last
Well,
one
they
that
want
does.
you to switch to the
But it
master
seems like,
race.
yeah, yo. I don't tell them don't bring that master race talk to me still. I
I
feel
like
it
console
might
gaming.
be. I feel you see, you're an old school kid,
I
right?
can't. I've not fully made the gap. I've not bridged the gap yet. The PS5 or the PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
You have the PS5, correct?
Yes, I have the PS5.
Correct. Zane has already
I'm
upgraded.
fine with that. I'm
Zane's already
fine with yeah. I've
upgraded,
been
right?
hustling those for a while, right?
Zane has already transcended into the next level of gaming right here.
But it's not that crazy because everybody with a PC, I'm still learning my frames. Like a dude say he's doing over like he
120.
says one if it's not 130 and up, if it's not 130, he don't want to hear it. And and these guys are like top of the top.
Yeah.
So for me, when I hear that number, I gotta contend that's my bar, that's my
Right.
ceiling, right?
Right.
So PlayStation's releasing all these things where they're like they're pretty much just giving you it's like how to do the math. It's like they're giving you 30% more PS5, but at a 70% more
Markup.
expense markup, right? So there's a
This
lot
one
of
was a
things.
bad hustle.
Yes.
The PS5, apparently, if you read into it, the PS5, they do not profit off the consoles. They profit off of the accessories, the controllers,
Yes.
the
The base is sold
VR.
separately now from the controllers,
That's a big
right?
problem,
A lot of
right?
people are saying that there's some strange tax as a joke is going on because of that game I spoke of on the last pod, Concord. It turns out that game was almost just about $500 million to make that game.
No way.
Half
Half
a
a billion?
billy. You lost that out of pocket, off of
What?
face. So they're saying rumor might be they dropped the PS5 now
Just to run
just
that.
to like trying to like deal with stop that bleeding
What's
because
that
they
new
need to
meme?
secure brother
But
brother right where they're just trying to there's call it they call it the Concord tax because a lot of companies are flopping hard with their games. Assassin's Creed with Ubisoft is getting so bad now with with Assassin's Creed Japan where they put the black guy in and then people start breaking the it's gotten so bad where organizations in Japan are asking the government, "Hey, they're kind of roasting us in this game, not representing us culturally enough or not enough, but with respect."
accurately.
Yeah, to where it's like you should probably look into this. It's gotten so bad to where we found out that Ubisoft has been hiring like they use bots and stuff to do change comments to the ratings. They're trying everything to stop the bleeding, and it's getting so bad where it's they're not even covering up the fact anymore that they hire a guy to speak nicely about the game and attack people for not believing and cutting and doing this, that.
That hits hard
It's like
because they're
so
based out of
racist,
their biggest
right?
base is out of Toronto or sorry, Montreal.
Yeah,
Sorry, Canada.
which is true, right? Which see, we got racists here too, you guys,
It's a cultural
right? Canada,
appropriation wears no face.
right? So it's a lot of it's getting really messy because that whole like is it equality and higher? I think there's a word
Oh, that's been
for it.
going on
I'm
for
not even just talking about just like genders, I'm talking about race and stuff like that, where it's
yeah.
like now if there's a black guy or black person, they
Cultural
have dreads. Oh shit,
appropriation.
they got dreads in it. They have to have dreads,
Really?
right? They'll put them in a game. They have dreads. If
Yo,
there's
but
a
if you're
fight scene, hip hop is on.
okay,
If I
that's
might like
nuts.
me some Creed,
What's wrong with that?
I might like me some Linkin Park. I
No,
love
that's
me
gonna
some
look
Linkin Park.
fucking foul. The new
Sorry.
singer, is that what you want to
Linkin
talk
Park has a
about?
new singer.
I
I'm
heard.
really messing up
I
her
heard
voice because her
about
voice is
this.
more like soul and
No, no,
more
no. We'll get back
melodic.
to no. We're not skirting around this one.
Yeah, so
I don't want no.
a lot of gaming is gonna change.
What are they
It's
supposed to have? Wix?
yes. You want Wix? You're getting.
What?
Let's make $50 bet right now. You're
What?
getting Wix in GTA.
So if you
You're
give
getting
me
Wix in GTA.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. You accept that. She's
So if
like,
you
why
give
wouldn't
me
there
the
be?
$20 down payment
Yeah.
and the pre-order, not only do you get Wix, but instead of a horse, you're driving a Hellcat.
You're driving a Hellcat with rims.
I'm driving a Hellcat in
Playing
Assassin's
Hold
Creed.
Up by Nipsey. Yeah. So a lot of people are cutting the game apart because Assassin's Creed was really they fly the flag.
Don't
Like
cancel gaming.
Craig, it's not even that. It's just
No,
like
it is like that.
we
I'm buying a Switch.
we
Fuck
have to
this.
cancel gaming. I
Nah,
don't know
fuck
how you're
this.
a
You can't
Nintendo
cancel
fan.
gaming, bro.
Nintendo's suing Powell, by the
I
way.
don't care, bro.
Nintendo's the devil.
Nah.
They're up there with TikTok, which I
Nope.
refuse to get.
Nope.
All the people telling me if I want to get this podcast to the next platform, I need to go to TikTok.
Only
I
stereotyping I
cannot get
see is
Craig
an
to post
Italian
an
plumber.
episode. You think Craig's gonna do Craig? Imagine me and you on the porch
Oh God.
doing.
I just bought my first neon sign today. Put it up right now. Make this a video. Make this a hit.
Speaking of influencers, yo, Mr. Beast, get off of my ends. I see that giant fucking that giant Beast Games thing you're building up at Downsview up there.
Is he really?
He's building a massive thing there to come up, and he's also getting into other hot waters because he linked up with with Logan Paul and KSI for their prime drinks to make prime snacks or prime snackables or prime feastables.
Oh my goodness.
Where they're like, yo, when we were kids, Lunchables had the market, so
No,
we're
no.
like, split the market.
Back this up. Hold on.
I got so much things.
Cultural appropriation has a spot in video games.
I like that, Craig. Thank you.
Does it not? It does. Thank you. Right? Like cultural appropriation should have a spot in video games.
Representation,
satire.
But I don't blame. I don't disagree. The problem is the people that are doing it. They're doing it to be like, this is not black enough, but they're the wrong person to say that. For example, I think in Spider-Man they put like the Cuban flag, but it was a Puerto Rican flag.
Oh fuck!
It was like a Cuban community, but it's a Puerto Rican flag. What was a Cuban community, but it was
can't make everything.
Yeah, but still, you can't fuck that shit up because when you do stuff like that, that means you're pandering, and that's what all these companies do. I'm gonna hire a company like Sweet Baby Inc. to come in to tell us how less
It's me,
racist
me,
and less
Yo,
sexist
how
we
many
are.
videos
Dude
that
did
man?
work for them too to
How
do
many
that,
episodes?
right? To where we're like,
Mm,
we're gonna bring an advisor in to tell us that how racist we are and how sexist we are. When
we're gonna try to top that cringe meter.
I'm telling you, right? Out
I
of
don't feel like
course.
video games should be cringe, man. This should be exempt from that. Like, okay, if you want to rate your shit 18A and R and whatever, cool. But like, video games has to maintain an innocence, and cultural appropriation can fit within that innocence. I feel like Assassin's Creed, as an example, yes, it can piss a lot of people off, right? Whose story are you telling?
So
Like,
you're
I
like, you know
can't
what? You're
speak for the
fine. You're
masses.
fine with the sailor arc of the story being like a Somali. If the
Bro, let
pilot,
him
if
be a
the
black
pirates are Somali
samurai.
and they're black or whatever, like culturally they do that. So like, yo,
Facts.
I'm rocking. Oh, they or back in the day they were like big ship merchants and stuff. Good, we're rolling.
There's some kid
Yeah, if
out
Da
there.
Vinci man is some small boat fisherman, he drinks rum.
Done.
I'm roll, and he's wilding, cracking bottles over
Done.
man's head. We're rolling.
There's
I get
some
you.
kid out there with a dream
I
right
think that's
now.
what it comes down to, where games are getting so current day.
Yeah,
They're
fuck
getting
that
so
shit.
bogged down with my ideals and my political
I'm not at
stance.
a museum,
Right?
bro.
No, you're in
I
feudal
want a rendition
Japan.
of what the fuck
I'm on a
happened.
roof right now, trying to be quiet, trying to slice this guy's throat.
Yo,
I don't want to hear Wu Tang in the background.
okay, I do. I
I do.
do.
That sword fight, Wu Tang
I
playing.
100%
I'm
want that.
we,
100%.
we support this message.
Yes. Like, cultural appropriation has to be accepted to a certain degree. Like, the whole
I think
culture
that's what
vulture shit,
it's
bro. Like,
happening to
oh
this
my
game called
goodness.
Dragon's Dogma 2, where they're like the sliders are more so fixated on sexuality,
Okay.
where more so than where the slider for the booty cheeks, it's it's none. Like from 1 to 100, nothing
Nothing
happens. It
happened.
goes in. Right? So you see where they're like, yo, we can't hypersexualize. Let's fight about this girl having jiggle physics on her butt cheeks. It's like, it's okay. Some
No.
butt cheeks jiggle.
Yes, it's gonna water down this shit way too much, bro.
Yeah. You know
Like,
what would be good? Make the titties sag and make the ass sag in the game as the time
yeah,
goes
give me
on and
cellulite.
their character gets older.
There you
Want to
go.
be serious?
Give me
Good.
cellulite.
No one wants to play a fat chick in a game. Craig,
Fair.
are you picking the fat chick in the
Nope.
game?
Nope.
Are you ever picking the
Nope.
slow, lumbering character in the
No.
game?
No, I don't want to see
Look at
the end
some,
game.
same like Concord and stuff. Some of these designs they have where it's just like, oh, we'll get a biracial, bisexual black chick, but she's wearing Jordans and she's fast.
Nah, B. Nah, B. Come on. She has certain character traits. Let's be honest.
Craig's like, yo, a little racism is fine.
In
A little
gaming,
tinge. A little. That's what's
yes.
funny. That's what's funny. Because you hear it in Grand Theft Auto does it tastefully.
Yes, they do something.
Where
They keep
the
their wits
argument
about
is a
them.
dynamic where you get it, where it might be a gardener arguing with some rich white dude about he's not paying that price for his lawn.
Right.
Get it. I get it.
I don't want to
Oh
see
my
gaming
goodness.
get affected by all this, man. I think there's so many isms out there, man. And on the Hidden Six, we fight the isms to the nth degree. Like, we talk
Too many
about
isms.
that.
Is that my next sweater?
Yeah, fam. Too many isms,
I have
bro.
my Ozempic Halloween costume. I already told you.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be just wear a crew neck.
Are you going to a Halloween party?
I'm gonna be in school then. I got another semester starting soon, so I think I might link up with some knuckleheads. If not, it's already something I'm gonna be wearing. I'm
We're
gonna
looking
get.
at Halloween parties, but I think we are underqualified.
When you say underqualified, as in
We're
work.
looking at boat parties, soca parties,
Oh,
the
okay.
whole bit, and I'm like,
Oh, I forgot
I
who your
don't feel
I forgot
comfortable in
who your
this.
head of
I don't
festivities
feel
is.
comfortable in this.
Why not?
I think that I'm a little too old for these things.
You old for Halloween parties, Craig?
I have not dressed up for Halloween since I was like 14,
I
bro.
think if your girl made you dressed up to go, you'll go. You'll do it.
The last time, the last time I went out
If
for
I want to
Halloween,
get Craig to do something, I know a short. I gotta start using that shit more.
the last time I went out for Halloween,
Team
I
Ashley.
remember this to a T. My boy wore no mask. He was Korean, and he said he was Japanese for Halloween. So see, this is how far we've come, people.
See, that's funny.
We got so much
Because that's
candy.
their beef.
We
It's
got
like when
so many.
it's like when the white guys like to at work. Okay, I had a joke where I'm fighting with a Jamaican guy that's mixed, and he's shitting on me saying I'm not like Island Man or hood enough, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm like, bro, you're in the house. I'm in the field, right? A lot of people get there laughing. I'm watching the white dudes. Craig's like, stop, HR. Then I'm going off. Then the African guy comes out and he's like, yeah, no. And I'm like, yo, you're the factory. You're from the warehouse.
Right.
We're Kirkland, bro.
Facts.
You're from the motherland. You came out of the You're patent. We're Kirkland brand black folks. We're hand me founds, right? They love that shit. But it's funny when you watch the other. You seeing what is his Chinese?
Yeah, he was
He's
Korean.
and he's saying I'm Japanese. So
Japanese.
did he pull that off throughout the night?
Oh yeah, no one says shit to him.
Because how dare you?
How dare you?
Want to show how racist you are?
Nobody says
Yeah,
shit.
that's like you telling me I can't say the N
You
word.
got
I'm
4
still
white
against
boys
that.
showing up with a mask, and all of a sudden this one dude just has the audacity to show up fucking plain Jane.
What was your mask, Obama?
I don't remember. Don't even remember.
Oh man.
Oh fuck. Halloween's coming up, y'all.
Mm.
That's what we're trying to say.
hmm
There's a few things to do out in the city right now. We like to pretend that it's a Toronto-based podcast.
Did I miss Louis Blanche? Sorry.
It's October 5th.
Okay, good. I gotta
Thank
try.
you. I got you.
There was another art.
The city's
There was an
website the other
art crawl this weekend,
day. Is there?
and I always see this thing Sunday morning. Oh, today's the last night. I would like to take my
Louis Blanche
daughter.
coming
Right?
up.
Yeah.
We got some
You gonna go? Thinking about it?
not big on Nuit Blanche.
You're not big on walking. Or you're
I
not
don't
big
take enough drugs. Yeah, I
You
feel
can
like
have
it's
a
very
we can have stop in any corner store and get liquor whenever you want.
facts. You can
And there's
stop
a
at
lot of hasty
any
mart, a lot
gas
of convenience
station.
stores going downtown. I liked it because when I went downtown and I saw just how big the exhibits are,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is a good night.
I found this art. So the AGO has this event going on, and it's called the Art to Art. Essentially, you get a heart monitor for your experience at the art gallery, and based on your heart rate, they will tell you what your color palette is. They will tell you what you spent the most time, what piece of art you were
Nah,
looking
that's
at
just
the
the
most.
feds, Craig.
This is not
They're
bad.
selling your data
Yo, it's
by
not
heart
bad,
rate.
B.
That's too much. Actually, I like that. That sounds pretty
Sounds
cool.
pretty dope.
What was your
right?
shit?
We haven't gone.
Ah,
Coming up.
I wanted to see if it was real.
Coming up.
Okay, let me know. Keep us posted then.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, keep us posted, man.
Thinking about it.
Oh, Craig, I gotta still. My weekend's not over yet, and my week just started, man. I've been thinking to cut things back. It's not working. I got some ice cream coming your way eventually. My
Okay.
mom has been going crazy with homemade ice cream.
Okay.
And it's been really good. So next time I'll hook you up with a batch. Where can they find us, Craig?
Oh man, that's easy. You better get on your fucking browser right now.
Uh-huh.
Listen, you bitch, you. You better get on your browser right now.
This cup is so cool.
You could be on YouTube. You could be on Spotify. You could be on many of these platforms.
Apple, Google,
And I'm gonna spell it out for you right now.
iTunes.
You could put on the Hidden
Tuning.
Six at THE. That's the HIDDENSIX. No Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
The Hidden Six. THEHIDDENSIX is where you can find us on all of your streaming
I had
platforms.
1,001 songs going up in my head. 1,000 bottles of baby all in the wall.
Oh my
1,000
God.
bottles.
You know what song's been bumping in my head? And I
What?
hate to say it. You know, there's a song called Diddy, the D, the I, the D, the D, the Y. But it's literally everything is the D, the D, the D, the D, the D.
The internet is gonna internet, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for coming back and listening to us
Mhm.
as we get in our scheduled program.
Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. We got lots to talk about out here. We hope to see y'all out and about. Plenty of festivities going on. We gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Man.